out. There we go. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful day and that your week is going well. We're just at Tuesday. But we're here, y'all. We're here. If you can, just do me a favor. For those of you who are on YouTube, smash the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know that everything is good. Good to see my dude, Hope. Oh, my goodness. That's my guy. Haven't seen him in a while. Happy New Year, Hope. Good to see you, bro. I'm glad to see you, my guy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. And let's get right to it. By the way, before we get started, I want to say welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast. The starting goal is to help 500 people bring their imagination into reality. And for me, for the first time, for those of you who will be looking at the replay, my name is Donald Francis, and I'm happy to see you. You might see me on different platforms like It's Life Podcast, where we're helping people bring their thoughts into perspective. You'll see us on YouTube. You'll see us on Facebook. And also, I'm the host of It's All You TV, ITZALLYOU TV. We're motivating purpose-driven people to fulfill their dreams. And I'm so happy to see all of you tonight. Can you do me a favor? Just like and share your page and let people know that we are actually on the line. And so tonight, rather you know it or not, our topic is, the secret to manifesting the things that will last. And I made a banner of it tonight, you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is, the secret to manifesting things that will last. A lot of times we manifest a lot of things, or we try to manifest a lot of things. And some of us who've manifested certain things haven't kept them. And according to Mrs. Mel Robbins, she oftentimes says that manifestation is action. And I believe that to be true because even in the scriptures, and of course, I'm not trying to get spiritual on you tonight, but being that she's from a scientific point of view, she says that I love the scripture that says, faith without works are dead, which means you need action in order to bring things to pass. You need action. So at the end of the day, you can't just have faith. You can't just have thoughts. You just can't have hope. You just can't say, I'm going to manifest certain things and not do anything toward it. Let me tell you 3 people who said 3 different things, but it makes much sense. They said that there's a difference between those of them who are pros and those of them who are amateurs. And this is according to putting things into action. If I'm giving you value already, do me a favor, smash the heart button, smash the like button. He says the difference between pros and amateurs is that amateurs, they do things according to only how they feel, which means that no matter what it is that you're trying to affirm, in your life about what you want to manifest, you only affirm those things when you feel good or when you feel like doing it. And that's what a pro does. They only do things according to how they feel, which means that you're not going to always do things, because you're not going to always feel like doing things. But pros are those of them who do things regardless of how they feel. You get up in the morning, you don't feel like going to work, you don't feel like doing certain things, but you get up anyway, you push yourself, and by the time you get into the vestibule, you're like, okay, I'm here, I made it, bong, So at the end of the day, understand people, you want to be a pro at manifesting the things that you desire. And there's a secret tonight that I want to help you to understand, to manifesting the things not only that you want, but the things that will last. Now, let me just tell you, before I get into anything, I want you to know my perspective of manifestation. Now, you have Mrs. Mel Robbins, who is up there. She is a great lady. She is about manifestation from a scientific point of view. But for me, I'm about manifestation from a spiritual point of view. And science and spirituality, it can't go but so far when you talk about it, because science are the things that will make things make sense, right? And you could understand 1 + 1 = 2. But in the spirit realm, 1 + 1 = 11. You get what I'm saying? So manifestation from a scientific point of view is one thing, but I specialize in manifestation in the spirit realm. You got what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about religiosity tonight. We're talking practical, but I want to help you understand your inner self. Shout out to my boy Dave Quinones, one of the biggest producers out there, and I'm so happy to see you. What's up, my guy? And so tonight, like I said, let me just repeat real quick so that we'll all understand that besides that, we're talking about manifestation and the secret to manifesting the things that will last. You got what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see you. Good to see you, Jesse Moore, my guy. Shift Real Talk podcast is on. So listen, let's get right into it, if you will. I want to just go through a throwback, and before we get into it, I want to just share with you every time that we're on, being that we are talking about manifested thoughts, I want to share with you what manifestation actually is. And according to Wikipedia, manifestation means to create something or turn something from an idea into reality, which helps us to understand it. Obviously, essentially what it's saying is that you have to put into action, whatever it is that you believe, you have to put that into action. But when we talk about manifestation, I want to refer back to someone by the name of Ryan Liu. And I want to look at the B clause of what it is that she said. And of course, for those of them who will be listening on Spotify, please understand that I will not leave you out. Everything that we're putting and we're displaying on screen, I'm going to read to you so that you won't feel left out. Let's look at the B clause. She says, manifestation is everyone's individual relationship, right, with the higher or with their higher power. Rather, watch that be God, the universe, or whatever their religion is, whatever their personal belief. So I'm going to tell you something. What I like about what she said was that it is believing in your higher power. And I'm going to tell you something. Mrs. Robbins says that in order for you to manifest something, you simply have to put it into action, and that is allowing for your mind, your spirit, and your body to prepare for what it is that you're about to manifest. Now that's preparation, but can I tell you my story? Now, even though it involves, action, I want you to know that one day when I was a younger guy, I'm still sort of kind of short, but that's okay. And I'm glad that Dave Keonis is on the line. I remember being at the Calvary Baptist Church, and my argument to some of the scientific point of view, in which I still agree with some of the stuff that they said, is that even though it's about action, I never ever had anybody sit me down to play the drums. What I did was that I manifested that thing in my life through a dream. Now, what is a dream? A dream is an event transpiring in the dream world belonging to the mind when the objective life is withdrawn into rest and or oblivion. What am I saying? That is philosophical, and I'm going to forever tell you exactly what a dream is. What I said, it was that a dream is something that simply comes to you. It's an event. When you are asleep, you have to be knocked out, oblivious, total, like out of this world, right? And every bit of information that you see in your dream, every color, every person, every word that you hear, everything that you see is information about things that will probably either come in your life, have come in your life, right? Or is at the present time in your life, right? And so when you look at it from a manifestation point of view, you're looking at a dream from a deja vu kind of like perspective, which simply means that it's the kind of dream that you have somewhere along the line without being totally oblivious to life. You forget about what you saw until you walked into the reality of your dream and, or if you will, your manifestation. If I'm saying something already, do me a favor, just give me the hearts. And smash the like button for those of you who are on YouTube. So at the end of the day, I want you to understand something, that every bit of information for you, is concerning your future. Now, let me tell you my situation. I had a dream one day because I was trying to manifest, or without even realizing that I was manifesting something, but I saw someone who played the drums. I didn't know exactly all the particulars and things like that. But when I saw someone by the name of Carl T. Williams, who is the brother of Mr. Ronnie Williams, he showed me to some degree how to use the hi-hat to the snare drum and to the kick. Now, I'm going to tell you something. My son, Donald Jr., is much better than me in the drums today, but I had my day, all right? And David Quinones, you're on this line. You have your day too. We're a little rusty, but it's all good. Thank God for Mr. Jesse Moore, who's on the line. He is someone who is an extraordinaire in playing organ and keys. And I mean, this guy is great at manifesting songs and manifesting, different styles of songs and stuff like that. So I'm glad he's on the line. Shirley, good to see you. Michelle, good to see you as well. I'm just shouting out everybody as I talk. I want you to understand something that, I didn't realize, but I laid down and had a dream after seeing what he done without sitting on the drums, that I had a dream of me playing the drums. Now I'm gonna tell you something. That was when I actually fell into my manifold moment, because I felt the drums. It was a real situation. It was something that I knew what was going to happen. I mean, I was playing. I woke up with the hand gesture. Have you ever have you ever had a conversation with somebody in your dream and you woke up laughing because they made you laugh and it felt so real? That was the kind of manifold moment that I had. You see what I'm saying? And then before you know it, the week after, I got on the drums and said, I'm gonna punch fear in the face and I'm gonna just do it. And guess what? I did it. Now, unlike Mrs. Mel, she said to put things into action. My putting it into action was punching fear in the face and going with my beliefs, feeling that I felt what it was to play the drums before I even hit reality. And guess what? I did it. Took me a long time, but I did it. I did it, y'all. And and I'm gonna tell you something. There's some things that you're going to manifest you may not have to work for because it is a God-given gift. And that's the reason why science and spirituality and manifestation can't go but so far. You get what I'm saying? So, as we took a look at this, I want you to know that Mrs. Oprah Winfrey, I want to just throw this back real quick, and I did this on last week. Some of you couldn't come in, so I want to give you the backlash here. Mrs. Oprah Winfrey had an interview with Mr. I would like to call him Dr. Wayne Dyer. God bless the dead today. And I'm gonna tell you something. They had a wonderful, wonderful information. A wonderful, wonderful interview. And Oprah had finished her show. She went to his home. They were in a big garden. And wow. And they were talking about manifestation from the spiritual proportion. Like angelic things are always walking around. We always have angelic hosts, spiritual creatures walking around, just taking notes and just walking with us. And they're waiting to take our request, you see? And so I want you to know that, Mr. Dyers has said something that was very, very intriguing. He says, in order to attract or manifest anything, you have to be in alignment, and that's the key word. You have to be in alignment with your source. Now, this is a repeat before I go forth because this is a continuation of what we did on last week, and you have to go back to the video on last week in order for you to understand what is it I'm saying. But I did repeat some of the stuff that I'm repeating right now about what Mr. Dr. Dyer has said. And I like to call him Mr. Dr. Dyer. And God bless the dead. And I'm going to tell you something. He says it is in alignment. See, anything that you're trying to attract. Now, when you take a look at the law of attraction, please be careful because the law of attraction is something that will it'll help you to believe that all you have to do is think on the things that you want and that they happen. Law of attraction is more on a spiritual aspect. It have nothing to do with anything scientific, because if you can think it, and I remember there was a Jewish guy who told me, he says, Donald, if you could think it, you can do it. You could think it, you can do it. And I was like, wow. So I'm like, well, what happens if I see it in a vision? It simply means that whatever it is that I see, it's already done because I can see it. Now, can I tell you something? A visionary is someone, and I don't want to go off topic, but I need to go here. A visionary is someone who's very much important when it comes to this thing called manifestation. Because unlike prophets and or seers, a visionary can see the unfolded end result to what it is that they have to go to. They can see the end result. Prophets sometimes will give you its and bits of some of the things that you need to know on the way to your end goal. Seers can see, and depending upon how far, God would allow for them to see, will determine, what they can tell you. However, before I get into all of that, I want you to know that it was these angelic things that Mr. Dyer had talked about. Now, look at what Oprah said, y'all. And for those of you on Spotify, I want you to hear what Oprah said. She says, it's our goal to reflect the character of God. Manifestation means meeting your higher power or your universe or Allah or Buddha, or whomever you call your God. I call him Jesus Christ. Yep, that's who I am. Mr. Dyer was saying that there are people who are angelic hosts and those like spiritual creatures who are always walking with us, even right now. They're with you right now, wherever you are, And he says that these angelic angels and all of these like spiritual creatures that are around us, that are for our greater good, are not going to just answer to us asking them for help. He says there's a secret that you have to understand about them in order for you to manifest through them what it is that you want. Now, so before we get to that, let's talk about this. That if you then have a higher being or a higher calling or a higher source, as what Mr. Dr. Dyer said, right? Then you have to argue that everything that you desire or everything that you want to manifest is in that higher power or in that higher source. Let me say it like this. It is in God. That's exactly what it is. So then, if then anything that I want to manifest is in God, then I have to go scripture on y'all that he'll give you your heart's desire, right? So that simply means that it's not him controlling your desire or whatever it is that you want to manifest, but there's a secret to allowing for angelic hosts and angels and spiritual beings to answer to what you desire to manifest what you want. Now, what is it that the secret could be? And when I looked at what Mr. Dyer has said, he said it like this. He says, in order for you to manifest anything that you want, knowing who God is to you, he says, this is what you have to affirm. I will attract in my life what I am, not what I want. Now, there was something that Mr. Dyer was saying in that, because then if I'm going to manifest through God what it is that I want, or whatever it is that you're calling, or your higher God, or your power is, Allah or Buddha, whomever your God is, respectfully, then you got to argue that there are certain rules that you have to come to and you may have to follow in order to make this thing called manifestation work in your life. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Yo, we're already giving away gifts, and we're only a few subscribers in. The only thing you have to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. One more time, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. After you do that, you'll type in giveaways and type in one of the topics that we've talked about on our platform. And bam, it's over. Just like that. Back to the program. Gonna hit the ground running. So let's say, for argument's sake, that God is someone who wants to give us everything that we would like to manifest, right? So then now there is a secret. What is the secret? Because there is a secret to manifesting, the things that will last, more so than the things that you want. Let me ask you a question. Ask yourself this before we get to that. The thing that you want to manifest, is it something you really want? And if it is, why do you want it? Why do you want to manifest it? Is it beneficial to you, and will it be beneficial to others? Why do you want to manifest the thing that you want? Is it to show off? Is it to say that I performed hocus pocus? And I said what it is that I did, all of what it is that they asked me to do. I've been patient and this, that, and the other. And so now that I got it, is it to brag to other people? And if it's to brag to other people, who are you bragging on? Will you be bragging on yourself, or will you be bragging on your higher source? The thing that Mr. Dyer said, that you have to be connected to your source. You have to be in alignment with whatever your God, whomever you believe in. You've got to be connected to that source and that being. So then what is the secret? Manifestation is anything aligned with what's in your future. You see. So then now, if then our goal is to reflect your higher being, your higher calling, then I can guarantee all of you. And I wish I could speak to my friend, Mr. Jay Shetty. I wish I could speak to, God bless the dead, Mr. Bark Proctor. Oprah, I wish she could hear this today. Mrs. Robbins, I hope you can see this today. And that is that rather you're a Buddhist, and I read some of the book, rather you're someone who is a Muslim, you see, rather you're someone who is Jewish, rather you're someone who is Protestant or Christian. Come on, somebody. Thank you, David Kionis. I guarantee you that all of them will share with you these things: love, patience, I'm saying? Kindness, meekness, and see, long suffering, you see, peace. I guarantee you all of these wonderful leaders are there to share with you one word, and that is humility. Humility. To be humble. To be humble. And so then what should I, and what is the secret to all of this? The secret is obtaining the character that the spiritual beings have. Angelic hosts are not going to just help you. You have to become like them. You have to obtain the character that they have. They're not going to just give you what you want and allow for you to manifest what you want. Let me tell you what I mean. You can't just treat people the way you think you want to treat them. Be nasty, be harsh, be rude, curse them out, and think that all of a sudden now you're going to manifest good things in your life.